Hello, thank you for joining me here at Leaping Lotus Tarot. My name is Addison. I am doing a choose your own tarot deck today. I've got this beautiful white heart here with the angel tarot. I've got the star tarot here with this cute little elephant, the Phantomwise tarot with this pretty blue crystal here, and this purple amethyst with the Jane Austen tarot. So in the description box, I will have this labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. So go ahead and drop down into the description box to find your timestamp to jump into one of these decks that you choose. I am starting each one of these readings with a daily magic card. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this for the first one here. And we have, once an inner door is sealed, it's hard to reopen. Some doors never get unstuck. Other doors don't get reopened for a very long time. But if you choose, you still have access to parts of yourself you've locked away. What parts of you do you want to reclaim? And then I chose the blue agate today. And the blue agate gives the spirit of learning, enhances intuition, overcoming fear of the unknown. It's suitable for students, and it really embodies a lot of happiness and power. So that's kind of the little message we've got to start this deck today, is the inner door, right? The inner mystery, the unknown, being comfortable with who you are. So let's jump right into this deck. All right, let's dive right in to the angel tarot here. Let's see what messages come through. Oh, we've already got one out. 2. Let's get a third one. So as we're getting into this tarot, keep in mind the daily magic card that came out, okay? And that talked about, you know, inner doors closing and some things being hard to reopen. So let's kind of keep that message in mind as we go through this. Okay. We have here 10 of Swords, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, 5 of Swords, and Knight of Wands in reverse. Wow. So right away, we have a lot of sword energy here. That's air signs. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. 10 of Swords is a very heavy energy, but it's paired next to the Ace of Swords. So some of the descriptions of these top 2 cards as well says, you know, for the 10 of Swords, it says the marvelous God, revelation, protects from sadness, gives revelations and dreams. Actually, I'm going to keep my little daily magic card right here just for reference. Ace of Sword, God above all names elevated, affinity and friendship, obtain the friendship of anyone. That's interesting that they're talking about friendship here in the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is very much a decisive energy. It's a clarity. So if somebody was backstabbed here, as the 10 of Swords may kind of imply, somebody's finding a way to still move forward into friendship and to come to a decision that maybe they need to step away from this person and embrace different kinds of friendships. Page of Swords, God the refuge. Refuge governs dreams and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. A lot about dreams here. So if you feel like you're repressing a side of yourself at this time, there's definitely a call here to maybe even journal and ask your dreams or ask your higher self to come through to you in your dreams to give you some clarity about what to do with a situation. Now, you may already feel like you know what to do because of this Ace of Swords, but we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and we have the 5 of Swords. So somebody definitely kind of feels left behind here in some way, or abandoned, or just, you know, backstabbed, or like, you know, maybe there's somebody who is going to move into something like some sort of new passion project or some group thing, and the person just backed out, basically. The Knight of Wands in reverse says protection, prevents discovery of secret crimes, saves exiles. And then the 5 of Swords says desire to know, the acquisition of wisdom. So this is definitely a calling so far in this reading to go within. I would not be surprised if we have the 4 of Swords come out at some point in this reading. 1, just because we have so much sword energy here. But 2, you know, a lot of this, you know, just even in the daily magic card and all of this is like, this is trying to tap into an inner wisdom. And this symbology here on this card, this reminds me of a seraphim. I would look up what a seraphim angel is, and it's got this eye or many eyes, or it's like multi-winged, or it's kind of geometric. So I know that when I've had my spiritual awakening moments, I have seen this a couple times. It's sort of in my third eye. So that could be relevant to some people. But yeah, this very much is saying, like, don't worry about the people who are not on board with you or the people who've left you behind. This isn't a time for you to dwell on them. This is a time for you to go within and focus on yourself. And it may be kind of easy to just want to, lock yourself away and to not want to socialize and to be really upset about this. But that's really not the advice here. It's to find who you are amongst this difficult lesson that this person has kind of been a part of in your existence here. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Transformation gives consolation in adversity. Absolutely. Three of Cups. But we'll talk about why that's in reverse in a second. Three of Cups, the right hand of God, fame and renown, influences and commerce, voyages and great discoveries. Wow, okay. Six of Wands, God who took evil, longevity, protects against infirmities. Yeah, just a little side note, don't let the stress of this situation make you sick, okay? You are above what this person did to you. This is not about you. This is about them. I mean, it's about you, but what they did is not about you. That's a them problem. And so with the Six of Wands, the advice is kind of like to embrace your ego a little bit here. Like if you need to tell yourself a narrative of like, I didn't deserve this, I'm better than this, like then that's fine here. Three of Cups is a collaboration energy. So even though you've been betrayed by this person, there's still a message here about collaborating with the people who are better served like in your life. There very much is that, because Three of Cups is an emotional collaboration with multiple people. It says voyages and great discoveries. So when we have the Eight of Cups in reverse, I said I was going to get back to this. Eight of Cups upright is walking away from something. The fact that this is in reverse gives me the feeling that there is a hesitancy to walk away from something. You're not ready to walk towards a different path yet. I'm not really sure why, so I'm going to give some clarity on that, but this is definitely like a message, these two bottom cards here, about, embrace your passion, embrace your emotion, emotion in the good sense of like collaboration and not dwelling. Ooh, yeah, we've got the Empress here. So you're going to be super empowered. Fertility, fruitfulness assures peace between married couples. So if this was a betrayal of a partner, this is really saying that, like, seeing the worth within yourself, God, the Father, the generous. The main part of this is healing for you. And we have this snake kind of moving up the tree here, which reminds me of the symbology of like the medical symbol. And when we have this protects against infirmities, there really is a message here about like, don't let the depression of what this betrayal was for you to take over your life. This is a time for you to go within, to ask your guides for help, to channel intuitive messages through your dreams. Don't be afraid to walk away if you need to. You may decide not to walk away with that Eight of Cups in reverse, right? You may decide that that's not what you want to do, but if you're going to stay in this connection or whatever this relationship is with this person who betrayed you, there is a big call here to go within and heal that part of yourself first before you move on into other things. But there is an emphasis on take the time to heal, but you do want to collaborate in times like this. What this person did is not a sign of your worth, and you will find through connecting with other people that you'll see like, oh yeah, people can treat me right, and what this person did to me is not a reflection of me or anything I did, and I'm worthy of respect and collaboration and partnership and love. Yeah, so if you enjoyed that, please hit like and subscribe. Drop in the comments if this is your reading for number 1. And of course, you're welcome to stay for number 2 or 3 or 4. You can choose multiple numbers. There's nothing against that. So maybe I will see you in those. All right, I am pulling a daily magic card for each of these decks. So the one that we have for the Star Tarot is, in animistic cultures, the elements of nature are themselves alive. To explore this way of being, begin saying please and thank you when you harvest from your garden. Notice what changes within you when you express a little bit of gratitude. That's super beautiful. And then I chose the blue agate today for this crystal, and it's a stone of happiness and power, and it talks about intuition, the spirit of learning for students and stuff like that, entering new circles and overcoming the fear of the unknown. So let's jump right into the Star Tarot today to see what messages we have. All right, group number 2. If you chose the pretty Star Tarot and this awesome little elephant crystal, this is your reading. I'm going to keep the daily magic card here, talking about the animistic cultures, saying please and thank you, the aspect of gratitude here. I'm going to keep that right here just as a reminder to reference. I'm going to clear the deck with this cute little elephant. He's going to stay right up here. Fun fact, this Star Tarot, I think, was one of the first decks I ever got. If it wasn't the first, it was the second. This deck has a great energy. I will leave it in the description box, all of the decks that I'm using today, in case you would like to go to the referral link to buy them. Take a deep breath for me if you would. Let's see what messages come through here for group number 2 with the Star Tarot. That one kind of got stuck. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Let's get a few more. Oh, all of those want to come out. Let's just do it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We've got the Magician in reverse. We got the Two of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. We have the Four of Pentacles. Someone is not believing in their ability to create and manifest is kind of what I'm getting with this. There's a little bit of skepticism around, like, okay, I know I need to move forward towards something. I know I need to release myself from my own restriction. I am my own worst enemy. The song in my head that just came through was Lady Gaga's 911. My biggest enemy is me, Papa 911. So that's kind of what it feels like here. You are the determiner of your destiny. I feel like on subconscious level, you know this with this Magician energy, Gemini, Virgo energy. But still, even with this Earth sign, Four of Pentacles, you're holding something close to your chest. You're not fully giving yet. And then the Eight of Swords, like, you're coming out of a restriction and you want to move towards something. So this, you just need a little bit more confidence is kind of what I'm getting. But I mean, this swan energy is so beautiful. So I feel like you see the potential in the situation, or you see the potential in yourself. I almost feel like this is like a big, like, self-belief thing. Like, this is really about, like, building confidence. What I'm getting to with that initial, this card wanted to come out, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Oh, King of Cups, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful water sign energy there. Very empowered masculine. Got beautiful, like, humpback whales and dolphins on this imagery. So what I'm getting with what I was going to say was with the gratitude is, like, thank your body. This is a time to thank your body. So if you know that you have great potential in something, it's kind of like maybe you have New Year's resolutions to go to the gym. This is kind of like saying, all right, accept yourself where you're at right now. Say thank you for where you're currently at. And, you know, keep moving into, with this Two of Wands, into what you're trying to do. We have a Four of Wands in reverse, though. It's a super cute imagery with these bears. And this is typically like celebration, harmony, balance. And so the fact it's in reverse, there's something out of balance here. And I get it's kind of could be your physicality. That's kind of very much relating into the bodily thing that I was getting to. So let's see what this King of Cups is. Let's figure out what he's doing here. Who is this King of Cups? Is he going to help build your confidence in this situation? Who is this? Is this you? Who is this? Who is the King of Cups? Oh, interesting. The Six of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so the King of Cups is not you. I think you're the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You have the ability for a lot of abundance, financial success, material success, very generous, but there's orcas here, the Six of Swords, this moving on energy, moving towards something. We have this beautiful sun swirled here, just like we do with the Four of Pentacles. I do think that with the sun, that's a masculine energy. You know, I look at the imagery on the cards, not just the meaning of the cards, to get the full picture here of what this message is trying to relay. And so when I have this directional energy, and I have this King of Cups here, and I have these arrows, and the sun, it feels like the arrows are moving towards the masculine. I'm not usually one to say, like, oh, you know, the message is to run towards this man, or this man's going to save you. But there is something here about he's going to help build your confidence. For you to believe that you can do this. whatever this thing is, whether it's, new fitness goals or whatever, but it's the Magician, it's creation, manifestation, right? So whatever you're trying to create, new wealth, to build a family, right? With this potential marriage card, he's going to support you in that. Let's see. Any final messages I can get out of the tarot here? Please hit like and subscribe if this is your message and you're enjoying it. Drop in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Oh, interesting. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. That could mean a couple different things. This could just mean that it's going to mean a couple things. This could mean that you or him want to move quickly into this. The Knight of Pentacles upright can be a slow-moving energy, and so in the reverse, it could imply maybe there's some speed here. But that's probably not it. The Knight of Pentacles could also be like a masculine energy. So if we have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Pentacles right here in reverse, this could also be that as a queen, you might be embracing too much of your masculine side right now. And in order to flip a lot of these cards into the upright to get more into your balance, right, with that Four of Wands, you might need to release some of your masculine side. And that kind of makes sense too with this King of Cups, because that's an emotional king. And the masculine energy is typically, when you think of a masculine energy, you think of like swords, very intellectual, very logical, or the pentacle is very grounded, or even the fire, right? Passionate and just like purpose and driven. But we don't. We have the emotion guy here. So it's almost like you've got a little bit more of the masculine balance. And sorry, my light just went out. I'll fix that in a moment, but we're about wrapped up with this reading anyway. And so you've got the masculine energy here. So I think that's what this message is saying, is like, hey, you might need to embrace more of your feminine side, and let go of the attachment so much of trying to like force a creation or a manifestation with something, and allow this masculine support to come in and help you move towards the goal that you're looking for. Be open, right? Don't be open and don't try to restrict yourself. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. And if I see you in number 3 or number 4, I would love it. All right, I'm pulling a daily magic card here for the Phantomwise Tarot. And this card says, a spell for sadness. In a mortar and pestle, mix 1 part dried rosemary, 1 part dried marjoram, and 1 part dried rue. Swirl in 3 rose petals. Pulverize. It's okay if it's chunky. Burn to soften grief. Okay, interesting. I chose the blue agate today as well. So this talks about power. It talks about happiness, overcoming the fear of the unknown. It's suitable for students and people who are learning and wanting to tap into their intuition. So let's dive right into the Phantomwise Tarot to see what other messages we have today. Hello, Group 3. Thank you for joining me here. I've got our little daily magic card right there for reference. Just a reminder, it says a spell for sadness, right? They give you a little witchy spell. And if you're not into witchy spells, that's cool. We're going to find what messages you need to hear in the tarot today. I will include in the description box this deck in case you're interested in checking out the affiliate link to get it. It's a really cool looking deck. All right, we're going to take all 3 of these that just slid out here. Okay, we have the 4 of Pentacles, we have the Star in reverse, we have the 10 of Wands, and at the top we have the 4 of Cups in reverse. So you are trying to heal. You very much are trying to heal from this, but you're still reserved, right? With this 4 of Pentacles. The Star in reverse is a little discouraging because while you're still coming out of the 4 of Cups in upright is, I mean, if you look at it, there's, she's sitting by a tree, feeling kind of lonesome, not seeing the potential of the cups around her, right? She's just distracted, not paying attention. So it's in reverse, which kind of tells me like, okay, you're moving out of that energy. The 4 of Pentacles is still upright up though, so that's restriction, holding tight to something. And then the 10 of Wands, that's a burden, like carrying a heavy load. Granted, it is towards a destination, but it's still heavy. So there's still a heavy, kind of tight, close to the chest energy here. Really, I'm surprised there's not like an air sign of like being in your headspace, like a 9 of Swords or something. The Star in reverse in the center, it's Aquarius energy. It's a major arcana card. And for it to be in reverse, I mean, it's definitely you not embracing your truest, highest potential at this time. Okay, let's just figure out why the Star's in reverse. And let's see if we can get some like advice. Okay, the 3 of Cups in reverse. Judgment. This is weird. It's almost saying like this might be a time for you to go into solitude. Um, it doesn't seem like, a lot of my advice is usually like, oh, try to be social and go, work it out with people and happy, happy, happy. But this is kind of like, you know what? This is also like honor your sadness if you need to. Give space for that aspect of things as well. Judgment being, I mean, we got the scales balanced here with the heart and the feather, the heart and the mind. You could have been hurt by a group of women. But the judgment card is just interesting because judgment's a weird kind of advice. But this advice really could just be like, you know what? Maybe you do just need to like spend some time on your own right now. What else do we have? The Knight of Cups. The Page of Swords. I feel like you're trying to get clear on what you want. I think is also a big problem. I think that's why you might need some time alone right now. It's to really figure out what you want. And I think that makes sense with the star being in reverse. You have to get really clear about what you want. And that's, will help you move into that Knight of Cups energy. And then the Page of Swords, like a decisive, like you have a youthful energy in your decisiveness. And you might even be judging yourself for it. You need to get on your highest path. Because things are heavy, you want to move into a lighter Knight of Cups energy. So I'm probably going to get a card to clarify this a little bit into the energy that you're moving towards once you can kind of get all of this decisiveness and like what you want cleared up. And then, yeah, just the whole like maybe the collaboration isn't the best right now. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. 8 of Cups in reverse. You're afraid to walk away from something. The 6 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there's definitely something about a group of people. I mean, we have all these cats here. We had the group of women here with the 3 of Cups. You might be afraid to walk away from a group of people at this time, even though you know it might be for your best happiness to do so. I don't know if you're judging yourself for staying friends with them. I don't know. I'm not really sure what this is. I guess I'm going to get one more card for advice. These readings are usually a little bit harder for me when like the energy's kind of heavy, but that's okay. It doesn't always have to be bright and happy all the time. The Devil in reverse. Yep. So releasing toxicity. This might really be a time that you might have to let go of these friends and you're going to be sad about it. It sucks and it hurts, but I think, I don't want to give advice to say, oh, don't be friends with these people. I don't know what they did. I don't know your circumstance, but the fact that they caused this much pain and like bruise to your ego just feels like, with this toxic energy that it's just not the best thing for you. 8 of Cups in the upright now. Beautiful. Yeah, I just got chills. The advice is to walk away. I'm just going to be honest with it. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. The advice is to walk away and maybe find a new group of friends. Okay, well, if this was your reading, drop in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. And of course, you are allowed to pick more than one deck. So maybe I'll see you in group number 4. Okay, the Daily Magic card that I pulled for the Jane Austen Tarot is Close Old Doors so New Ones Will Open. That's very simple, but very explanatory here. I also chose the blue agate crystal today. Just for this bracelet here. And this is the stone of happiness and power, intuition, overcoming the fear of the unknown, and embracing the spirit of learning and entering new circles. So that's very, very compatible here for the close the old doors so the new ones will open. Let's see what further messages we get from the Jane Austen Tarot. Hello, group number 4. This is the Purple Heart Amethyst Crystal and the Jane Austen Tarot deck. Just a reminder here of our little daily magic card, close old doors so new ones will open. So given that message, let's see what comes through in the tarot here. What does group number 4 need to hear? Take a deep breath for me if you would. Ground to the present moment and set your intention for the reading. Got 2 there. Let's see if any others come through. feel called to clear the deck again. Beautiful. Oh, I forgot that this deck's a little interesting. Okay. Okay, this looks like the ace of... oh my gosh, I might need to look at the... I think this is Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, diamonds. Okay, diamonds is... no, diamonds is pentacles. Clubs is wands. Hearts is cups. And so this would be swords then. Okay. Okie dokie. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the King of Cups. We have the Tower. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Chariot. Okay, this is interesting energy. This is very interesting energy. I get that there could be a situation where there is multiple feminines involved and the masculine is making some sort of decision about who he's going to be with. One of the women is extremely disappointed, perhaps this woman in the red dress here, or maybe she, I don't know. She almost feels like the pick-me girl. I don't know. I don't know, because she's also riding off in the chariot here. So he sort of seems like he's playing the field, and not in like a disrespectful way. He seems like a good, honorable gentleman, but he's genuinely trying to like find who's best for him. So this advice could be for a feminine in the blue here, perhaps, that if you see him running off with this girl in the red dress, the pick-me girl or whatever, if that's how you're viewing her, if he's decided that's who he wants, the advice is close old doors so new ones will open, right? This is advice for you, that like this tower moment, this you know, this vision that you had of this guy has come crumbling down and he's riding off with somebody else. Even if you've put a lot of work and effort into it with the Eight of Pentacles, right? Even if you put a lot of effort into this connection and he still chose somebody else, the advice says, girl, find somebody who wants you, right? Just let them be happy. It has nothing to do with you. Find somebody who's your own person. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just ask, who is that person? Who's waiting around the corner for you? Oh, that Eight of Pentacles came out again. The High Priestess. You pierce my soul. I am half agony, half hope. Five of Cups. Four of Cups in reverse. Oh, girl. Okay. Close old doors so new ones will open. If this dude chose this other chick and comes back around to you, oh, I made the wrong decision, or oh, I was still figuring things out and she's not really who I want. Girl, you're the High Priestess, okay? You can do better. This Eight of Pentacles is still in reverse. If this was in the upright, I'd probably be like, you know what? Maybe this connection is worth the effort. But since it's still in reverse and the fact this guy's like, I'm half agony, half hope. You pierced my soul. And these all like Four of Cups in reverse. Like, I'm sad and I'm like thinking about you and I'm like lonely. This kind of gives me, I don't want to say the ick, but it's almost like, girl, you're the High Priestess. He chose somebody else. That's for him to deal with. That's not your problem. Tell me more about this masculine. Like, I guess, what does he want to say to you? What does he want to say to you? Oh, wow, it's actually a word one too. We all have our best guides within us if only we would listen. This is the Moon, intuition. And it's funny too, because even though this is the Moon and it's a major arcana card, this still has an Eight of Cups symbol on it. So it kind of makes me think of like the walking away thing. I feel like he knows that you're the better person for him, and that's why he's all like hung up on it, half agony, half hope. But just because you're the better person and maybe you are a better match or you're cooler than the other chick or whatever, I still don't feel like... I just don't feel like he really listens to the right voice within him. I think he thinks with the wrong head, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know why I feel like I don't want to really give this guy a break. What is the advice for you? What is the advice for you? Because if it is to get with him, I would totally say that. But the cards are just not giving me the energy that you should deal with this dude. Three of Wands, Three of Clubs. We've got musical instruments here. Interesting. I'm hearing dance to the beat of your own drum. I'm also hearing that you're talented, actually. You may be into music, but it's kind of like you have so many options. I mean, this is right by the High Priestess too. Like, you have the choice to walk away, you know. You have the ability to hold the world in your hands if you need to. It's I just don't think you should limit yourself here. What's another piece of advice? Yeah, listen to your inner guide too. That could be a message for you as well. Like, listen to your inner voice. And it would feel, here's another thing I should bring up too. We have justice, exactly. It would feel really good. I'll be honest with you. This is Libra energy, by the way, balancing the scales. It would feel good to your ego to take this guy back, because it's always nice when like someone comes to you and says, oh, I made a mistake. I chose the wrong girl. It was you all along. And for you to be like, yeah, like, you're right. I'll take you back. It doesn't feel like the justice in the situation would be for you to choose yourself, to close that door, to choose yourself, to move to a new path. The justice is him like sort of learning that lesson to make the right choice the first time, honestly. You can find somebody who's going to choose you the first time, who's not unsure about you. Eight of Clubs. And not only who's not unsure about you, will move in quickly towards you, who will choose you like immediately. Have no doubt. No like, well, maybe, and oh, I need more time. No, here he is too. Look at that. King of Pentacles. Perfect. That's your guy. Okay, so we've found who he is. We've found who's coming. And so the sooner you can release the situation of somebody who didn't choose you and was confused and was back and forth with somebody else, there's somebody coming in quickly who, I'm not saying he's going to come into your life quickly, but when he does come into your life, he will quickly move in towards you and choose you as his person. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Hit like and subscribe, drop in the comments if this was your reading. I love hearing from you guys. And that is the completion of all 4 of the decks. I included in the description box all the timestamps, so if you decided you wanted to listen to another, if this wasn't quite your reading and you wanted to hear another one, by all means, go check out a different deck. And as always, thank you so much for joining me here at Leaping Lotus Tarot, and we will see you next time.